Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel MJ Manjari. Sainik School has released a latest recruitment notification for multiple teaching and non-teaching posts, and the best part, salary goes up to more than 1 lakh per month. So now let's say in detail. So first vacancy is for TGT General Science. This is regular post, means permanent post. One post is there, but it's only for OBC candidate. Qualification required is bachelor degree with minimum 50%. Then you should have B.Ed degree with minimum 50%. Then in your graduation you should have studied biology or life science or botany or geology as honors or main subject in 3-year course. So your main subject combination will be like this: biology, then subsidiary subject like chemistry and botany or geology, then botany, chemistry and zoology, or zoology, chemistry and botany. It should be like this. Then you should have B.Ed, you should be seated qualified and proficient in teaching English and Hindi medium. Then it's desirable that you have MSc chemistry, experience in residential school, or proficiency in games as well as co-curricular activity, and knowledge of computer application. Now let us see the salary they are going to pay you. So they are going to pay you as per 7th pay commission. So you will get basic pay of 44,900 and total salary will be 1,42,400. Age should be between 21 to 35 year as on 17 April 2026. Next vacancy is for TGT Social Science. It is on contractual, it's not permanent. Then one post is there, but only for ST candidate. And qualification here same, bachelor degree with minimum 50% and B.Ed with 50%. Then here you should have studied 2 subjects out of history, geography, economics and political science during graduation, out of which one should be either history or geography. Then B.Ed you should have seated paper 2 qualified, then proficiency in English and Hindi medium, then experience, it's desirable that experience in residential school, games and computer knowledge. Now let's see the salary. So for this, because it's a contractual post, they are going to pay you fixed salary of 70,940 per month, and age is same, 21 to 35 year. Next vacancy is for music teacher. This is also on contractual basis, one post for unreserved category. Essential qualification is bachelor degree in music. Desirable is same, experience in residential school, games or co-curricular activity or computer application. Then salary for music teacher is also same, 70,940. Age between 21 to 35 year. Next vacancy is for LDC. It is for admin part, lower division clerk. This is also regular, means permanent post. 2 posts are there and it's open for general category. Essential qualification is passed matriculation, means 10 pass, typing speed of 40 words per minute, then proficiency in computer, MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint and internet. Desirable is knowledge of shorthand and ability to correspond in English, knowledge of accounting procedure, inventory management. Salary, it should be as per 7th pay commission. So your basic will be 19,900 and total salary will be around 63,400. And you are also going to get DA and other allowance because it's a permanent post. Age should be between 18 to 50 year. Now let us see this vacancy is for which school. So this vacancy is for Sainik School Rewari. It is in Haryana state. Address is village Gotra Ahir, district Rewari, pin 123102. Now let us see other detail of this vacancy. Now age limit can be increased by 5 years in case you belong to SC or ST, or 3 years for OBC candidate, means age relaxation is there for SC, ST and OBC candidate. Now let us see how you can apply. So first thing, you need to go on school official website, which is ssrw.org, and download the prescribed application format. Then fill it, then attach all the certificate, means your education certificate and your experience certificate starting from class 10. Then passport size photograph also you need to attach. Then demand draft of 500 rupees. Demand draft should be in favor of principal, Sainik School Rewari, payable at Rewari. Then self-address envelope with stamp of rupees 56. And those candidates who are of SC, ST, they will not be required to pay any application fees. And last date for application is 17th April 2026. If any postal delay is there, school will not be responsible for that. Only shortlisted candidate will be called for the selection process, and for that they are not going to pay you any TADA. So this is the official website of a school, ssrw.org. Now if you scroll down here, you are going to get this quick link. So in this quick link, all the notification as well as application form is given. So now once it goes up, then again it will start. So here you can see the first, this recruitment of staff, it will give you the advertisement, and second one, application form for our vacancy. So you can download both advertisement as well as application form. So I've already showed you the advertisement. Now let's see the application form. So this is the application form. First you need to write the post for which you are applying, then mention your category, whether you are general, SC, ST or OBC. Then bank detail, demand draft detail like amount, then DD number and name of bank. Then your personal detail you need to fill. Then your academic qualification starting from class 10th onward, 10, 12, graduation, post graduation. Then professional qualification, you need to enter your B.Ed and M.Ed detail. Then proficiency in language, your hobby, your extracurricular activity, sports. Then detail of work experience, you need to add all the school detail where you have worked, but make sure you should have experience certificate from all those school. Then if you have worked in school Rewari, means there is no relative working in there. If there is relative working in Sainik School Rewari, then you need to mention the relationship also. Then notice period, if it's selected, mention it here. Then your signature and date. That's all for today's video. If this video is helpful for you, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. We'll meet in another video with some more interesting information for you. Till then, goodbye. Keep learning.